all the way from Githurai. We saw that procession. They came through TRM. They came all the way. And those are just live pictures there. Like I said, the police are trying to contain protesters from making their way to CBD to come and join the rest. But now I'm going to come back to CBD, and our reporter Noah Kipkemboy is there. Noah, good afternoon. The last time I spoke to Fred Kagonya, he was telling us that things aren't looking really pretty at CBD. Has anything new transpired?
Well, very good afternoon to you, Zubaida. We are on Kenyatta Avenue, and right now, as you can see from those pictures, these are some of the interventions that we're seeing from the medical world. Somebody has just been hurt. We are having the first responders on scene. And it's trying to get close. There's a gentleman who's already speaking on phone. I think his leg has really been injured, so they're getting a stretcher for him so that he can be loaded onto the ambulance. Better part of the day, we have seen actually the back and forth between the protesters and the police, lots of tear gas here at the CBD. When you look at the Kenyatta Avenue, vandalized, but here we see this young man being loaded onto the ambulance. He's been hurt, but I think he was trying to contact his family or friends. In this situation, you should always have a phone and notify people when something happens to you. So this is the case. And even there's a gentleman here, he's saying that somebody has been hurt. And a lot of respondents, actually, when somebody is hurt, Zubaida, they're taken to Jamia Mosque, where we have, an intervention medical team that is helping with that. But for now, this is what is happening. Other than that, we have boda guys who are really helping, which is a good thing. And I don't know if volunteers, habari mkubwa. Naona watu wa bodaboda mnasaidia sana. Umebeba watu wangapi na unawapeleka wapi, especially wale wenye wameumia?
Wale wameumia tu ni kuwasaidia hapa Jamia Mosque. Yeah, wameumia sana kwa kweli bro.
Umebeba watu kutoka wapi wewe?
Pale Konange Street ndei. Ya nimebeba nikawapeleka Jamia Mosque pale nitoje pale chini karibu na Moi Avenue hapo. Watu ni wengi wameumia bro kweli, yeah.
Ulikuwa unaangalia what kind of injuries wamepata, ni kugongwa, what exactly?
Kupigwa na polisi na rungu, wengine wanagongwa tear gas, wengine rubber bullet, wengine tear gas bro. So that's why wameumia kweli, yeah. Yeah. This one. Yeah.
Na wenye wanashikilia wale wenye wameumia pia ni volunteers to protesters kama wengine. Saizi nasikia mnaendea mwingine. Umetumwa wapi, unamwendea wapi?
So tunaenda kwa hapa tunapeleka pale Jamia Mosque. Okay. Yeah.
Sawa. Asante sana. Sawa, endea huyo mwenye ameumia saizi. So Zubaida, this is the case here. But essentially, what was happening is that the protesters were coming from that end, okay? And sort of the barrier was Kenyatta Avenue. Now, the other side, when you go the other end, is towards Parliament. And that is what the police are preventing, making sure that there's nobody approaching the Parliament way. So they've been lobbing tear gas. So now operations are on the flip side. In fact, my cameraman Kibet, if you can just show that end, you can see that far end, just a tear gas has been thrown right away, that end, and you can see some bodas going down that direction. And when you look upwards at the GPO roundabout, also, initially there was some activities there. Some protesters were coming down that route. But it's quite unfortunate seeing this back and forth, Zubaida. And also, even as we are live on the ground, of course, checking online, we've seen also the communication by the Communications Authority of Kenya saying that banning all live broadcasts, which is a discourse that I believe you are having in regards to media freedom and the role it plays not only in national cohesion, but also in cases where we are not in agreement, where there is constitutional conversation and rights to protest. And where is the balance in such situations right now? But that is the situation right now here at the CBD, Zubeida. We see also there is another young man here. Already the other one was taken already. There's another young man here who is receiving some help, intervention. Let me see what exactly is going on. It seems he's been hit. Yes. Mkubwa ni aje? Nini li happen?
Niyo design tuko at least tuna protest hiyo peacefully, like hiyo saa ile time tunaenda kidogo tu. Then we all of a sudden as in rubber bullets.
Oh, rubber bullets.
As in rubber bullets.
So uligongwa mbili.
Mbili.
Pole sana mazee.
Asante.
Okay. So this gentleman says amegongwa na rubber bullets, 2 of them. One just below his rib cage and also on the side. They look very painful, but we have an ambulance here just intervening to make sure that such cases are dealt with. But it shouldn't have come to this, of course, Zubeida, where we were hoping that there will be, peaceful protests. At the end of the day, that has not happened. But that's the case where we are right now. There's also another gentleman pale ndani. It seems amevunjika mkono. I don't know what happened. Let me see. Yeah, so we have three gentlemen, young men in here who are receiving medical interventions in regards to the protest that is ongoing. But Zubeida, that is the situation as it is right now. I'd like to hand over back to you in studio. We shall be coming back later on.
All right, thank you so much, Noah. But just from that, what he said about the